Alright, so quick guide on how to farm supply points really fast. So I have 1478. You're going to start a run on No Hope Act 1. You're going to pick Evangelo with a melee build. I'll go over the melee build after the run. I just want to show how the run is done and talk through some notes as I do it. Evangelo is just the best because pretty much everything he has is going to be used in the run. The secondary mission here can be useful. So we're going to start off with the melee. I'm going to start the timer right here. Buy both attachments, armor, and a frag. We're going to use the frag. As soon as I hit open on the door, I start swinging to start building stacks. Kills and just random swings do help build stacks. I'm going to pop this door and run past everything in here. You can actually hug this corner to avoid that sleeper. You do need to sometimes swing these doors. Sometimes you can just open them. I'm going to hold my use speed button before you even approach the bridge. Swing a couple of times. Run through. This closer door here is faster. All of these alarm doors is RNG, whether or not you have to break them or open them. Sprint down that step right there to avoid any sleepers, and then you run home. Grab any mementos on the way because it is worth it. They get 14 supply points each. You need to do one jump here. You can run across here. You need to do a jump here. Save a little energy here for the door right here, which again you can sometimes just open. You can walk past the sleeper right there if it wasn't shot, and as soon as this door closes, you can leave game, and you'll get your supply points. So that looked like about a minute 7 or so. And if we look at our supply points, we'll see that it went up. And that's pretty much the run. Very fast, very consistent. So let me go over the deck real quick, and you can see our supply points went up. So here's the deck. You'll notice most of the time you're just running and sprinting, so you don't need a lot of melee cards. So I've got all the cards that I think are best for just keeping your stamina up and movement speed. Cross trainers, rhythmic breathing, I won't say them all out, but you'll see what they are. This is very useful because you do hit things during, for example, when you're getting the bridge down, or some doors that do need to be broken, you hit a lot of the ridden, so this will help keep your stamina up. Stamina regen, all the good sprinting cards, and these are the only melee cards I have, these 5. Slugger and Brazen, just because you are meleeing a lot and you want to keep your stamina up. Berserker, because of that movement speed, so the kills at the start are useful for that. Meth Head doesn't even require kills, and that's why I start swinging as soon as I hit the door at the beginning of the game to start building those melee speed stacks, and some melee efficiency as well. Pretty much everything here is good. And Mean Drunk is the only damage melee card that you really need, just to make sure you're one-tapping most of the ridden. I think the really vicious ones will still need either a head tap or 2 body taps, but you don't need more damage than this. You also don't even need any health melee cards. As you saw, it's really consistent. And Screwdriver is the only use card I run. I did test it out with this card and this card. These two, the difference is very minor, and the stamina is, I think, more useful than just the 25% speed. This obviously is really fast, but the blind can really mess you up. And on top of that, this gives stamina. So this is a perfect use speed card, I think. You don't need a lot of damage. You don't need a lot of health regen. Most of this build, other than these 5 cards, are just for speed and stamina regen. And these cards are also for stamina efficiency as well and speed. So this is the build. I'll show it one more time just to show how consistent it is. And keep in mind, it is No Hope, so there can be a lot of corruption cards that mess you up, but for the most part you'll be able to do this very consistently in no time, roughly 70-ish seconds. So let me restart the timer there. This secondary mission is the only one that matters, and this is one that you can complete pretty easily. Usually only one person goes down, if any. So I'm going to start the timer, switch to melee, buy the attachments, a frag, 4 armors, run up here, hit this, start swinging to build stacks, kill a few, run past everybody else, get your frag ready, pop that open, hug the corner to avoid any sleepers. If there are sleepers that jump out at you, you could actually melee them as they're jumping out at you. Hit a couple here as you wait to also build stamina. The big heady, the explodey boys with the head can mess you up, so you do need to hit their bodies, but this is also, as you can see, slightly slower run, but it's still going to be pretty fast. I got lucky with that door. Sprint down there. A lot of stamina here to run through. No mementos here. You get 14 supply points per memento, and I'll throw up the values for each cleaner that survives. Usually, you'll have 4. At worst case, I say worst because I've never had more than 1 person go down. Sometimes 1 will go down. And there you go. I'll let it play out this whole time, this time, just to see how much we get. But you can see again, under 70-second run. And again, as soon as the door closes, you can just leave game and rerun it. So let's see how much we got there. A sweet 164 in no time. You get a base 91 for completing it. The secondary is 46, which you can not always do. I don't do the specimen one because it's usually out of the way, and I'd rather just rerun another run. And 4 cleaners is 27, and I'll throw up some numbers here for what 3 cleaners are, etc., and the mementos. But yeah, that's the run. Really fast, really efficient. I've seen some other runs that were like 2 minutes and used like shotguns or SMGs, but I feel like this is just the most fast and consistent. So yeah, have fun farming supply points.